Welcome back to Winning Isn't Easy. We're going to talk about more forms, and specifically, we're going to talk about the function report form and why Social Security needs it. Krysti, let's start with the basics. What is this blasted report?
Well, this is a form that's going to be used by the Social Security Administration to evaluate how your medical condition impacts your ability to function in daily life. Notice, I said function, not just work. If you're a client of ours, we're glad you're here, and I'm sure you've heard these words before. And if you're not a client of ours, we're also glad you're here, and you're going to hear this a lot. Symptoms and functionality, okay? A lot of people assume that just by submitting their medical records, that should be enough. But that is not how Social Security works. Your diagnosis alone is not enough to get approved. I'm going to say that again. Your diagnosis alone is not enough to get you approved. You need to show that your condition limits your ability to perform basic daily activities, getting dressed, bathing, preparing meals, cleaning, shopping, managing finances, walking, sitting, lifting, carrying objects, remembering information, following instructions, interacting with others, handling stress and changes in the workplace or at home. Social Security is really looking for evidence of your limitations. Again, your symptoms and the impact those symptoms have on your functionality. This function report is where we're going to provide all of that evidence for Social Security. Now, your answers, they should be supported by the documentation in your medical records. And the way you answer these questions can really shape the entire decision-making process for your claim.
Now, another thing that you need to keep in mind is that this form is not just about what you can't do. It's about how your condition changes the way you do things. So even if you can still perform certain tasks, they may take much longer. You may need help, or you may pay the price, if you will, for doing those activities. It's important that you're mentioning the impact of your symptoms and functionality in terms of how you do things, the length of time it takes you to do things, and whether or not you need assistance. So let's say you liked to cook in the past and you would be in the kitchen for hours whipping up gourmet meals, but now you can't cook a full meal. And if you are trying to cook something, you have to take frequent breaks or rely on a stool to sit, or you may even need help with family members, or you may be using DoorDash because you just can't do the kinds of things you did in preparing and cooking the food. So it's not just a matter of whether you can complete the task, it's about the struggles, the adaptations, and the limitations you experience along the way. Now, Social Security is going to use this report to compare your abilities to what's required for work. And I know that sounds weird. So what is what I have to do at home relevant to what I do at work? Well, a lot of the things that you do at home do involve basic activities: sitting, standing, walking, stooping, bending, lifting, and those are basic work tasks. And so Social Security can understand from a practical standpoint how those limitations in your personal life can impact your ability to function. So don't downplay those struggles. The more detailed, the more accurate you are, the stronger your case will be. And all this has to be consistent in your medical records. If your form tells one story and your medical records tell another, I will tell you that the judge won't believe you. The judge is going to believe what's in your medical records. So consistency is the key. Got it? All right, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about how to fill out that function report section by section. See you in a minute.